Welcome to the Preschool All Stars podcast. I'm your host, Joy Anderson, and with us today is an amazing preschool all star, Jen Kinner. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Joy?
Good. That was like, come on down, Jen Kinner. Okay. Girl, you just signed up with us, and I always like to bring on somebody, and so I chose you, who is, to me, somebody who is like off to the races, with taking action, not necessarily like results, but like somebody showed up and has taken action. I take notice because not everybody does that. And I'm like, actually was messaging my team like a couple days in. I don't know when you did it, but you posted your website. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jen has her website done. I was like, yay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I was just so excited how to jump right in.
Right. Okay. I want to hear all about like the last 5 days, but let's go back to maybe a little bit before 5 days because you've only been here
Yeah.
5 days. Bring us back to like what was your life like before you found us, and what were some of the things that you were struggling with?
So I, since 2013, I think, was a public school teacher. I taught second, first, kindergarten, and while I was in college, I did teach preschool for about 4 years. So my background is in education, and I absolutely loved teaching. And I looked forward to it every day until I didn't. Things just started getting so stressful, and it took so much of my time and energy, and it just wasn't fun anymore. And unfortunately, just started dreading going to work. And finally got married and had my first kid. And once we had him, I went back to work. Was never planning to be a stay-at-home mom, but that's what it turned into. I realized there weren't enough hours in the day. I wanted to be a mom. I didn't want my number one focus to be work. I wanted to be with my son and be able to spend time with him. I felt like I was coming home from work exhausted. I would come home, have dinner, do baths, and it was bedtime, and then back to it again the next day. Mm-hmm. So thankfully, my husband and I worked together, and were able to allow me to quit my job and stay at home with our son. So I've been staying home for the last 3 years, I believe, a little bit after he was born. Wow. We recently had our second son. He's 12 weeks now. And unfortunately, things are getting tight with funds, and, we needed some more income. My husband is a teacher as well. So he's been working as hard as he can, picking up extra jobs like Uber and donating plasma, poor guy. But I just, started feeling really guilty and, needed to bring some income in for our family. So I started looking around, thinking, and started thinking about daycare. I could be home with my kids and make some money that way. So, of course, I started researching daycares, in-home daycares, and what I needed to do for that, and somehow stumbled upon you. I'm so thankful.
Not somehow. It's definitely an algorithm on Facebook, or it's also from above.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I did find your information. I immediately ordered your book. Before it even arrived, I had finished it in 2 days, I believe.
Oh, I love that.
So, read your book, checked out all your podcasts, your YouTube, your website, everything that I could find, and was just so excited. And I was so thankful you were opening up Preschool All Stars, because there's no way I could wait till October. Yeah. So I was so thankful. Immediately signed up on the wait list, immediately started going to your live videos and viewing all your Facebook posts and everything. I just wanted to make sure I was on top of it, and, wanted to be that first person in line. So I joined immediately on Sunday, early bird opening. Signed up right away and got started right away. I told my husband, I was like, I need you to take care of the boys. I am working. I'm getting this thing started.
I'm getting it done. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, it's been fun and enjoyable, and I've just feel proud of myself, to be honest, that I've made it this far already. So I'm just really excited to open up in September.
That's awesome. So before we get to the exciting thing that happened today, don't reveal it yet, okay? I'm so pumped to tell everyone, but I will let you tell, but not yet. I want you to walk through, like, you joined on Sunday. What are the things that you've been able to accomplish on from Sunday to today, Thursday? Like, walk us through, like, oh my gosh, I did da 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 da. Let us know.
There is so much. Holy cow. I have a website. I've been gaining followers on Facebook. I have created an LLC. Like, what? I got my EIN today. Like, all these things that I just had no idea that I would. Well, first of all, didn't really know too much about. And second of all, had no clue that I would ever be doing those things and starting a
Right.
business. It was never on my radar. So
Mhm.
the fact that I have done those things now and within the last 5 days, my mind is just blown.
Well, and we call it the 30-day challenge because I don't know why. Oh, I think it's because we kind of wrap the idea that, like, Preschool in a Box and Hub, you can get them 50% off in the first 30 days. So it kind of makes sense to call it the 30-day challenge. But there is a lot to go through. Rarely do people get through the 30-day challenge in 30 days, quite frankly.
Oh, wow.
Some people
Okay.
do, some people, yeah, no, I mean, you're off to the great start. So some, like, there was a woman, I think, one time that, like, finished it before. I don't know that she finished it by today, Thursday. I feel like that's insane. She may have already had a bunch done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe she already had a daycare that she was just transitioning. But anywho, like,
Right.
within sometimes there's people who will finish it within 2 weeks, and I maybe can count those on the one hand out of
Mm,
all the years. But the majority will go past the 30 days.
okay.
And so it's a lot. It is
It's
a
a lot.
lot of things to do, but we
Yeah.
do try to, like, make it so streamlined. It's like this, everything is in the perfect order, so you're not
Absolutely.
backtracking, you're not wasting time or money. Like you said, you're
Hmm.
just like, "Whoa, I can't believe I've even done this much."
Yeah. And it's all laid out. You follow your video, pause it, do what you say, and
Yeah.
it just keeps me going.
Yeah. Okay, so, you got your website, your EIN, LLC, like, you're a legit business now, and, you posted your 7 students in 7 days script. When did you post it? Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday.
Okay, posted it Wednesday. And tell us about, not the exciting thing yet, but tell us about, like, the process there. Like, were you scared to post it? Because it's, like,
Oh,
literally now making it public,
terrified, absolutely terrified.
right?
I'm like, oh no, I have to actually do this now. But
Yeah.
on the other side, it's just absolutely so exciting, and I'm just thrilled. And it's yeah. So yeah, posted. Trying to get as much engagement as possible. Unfortunately, got banned on Facebook a couple
I
times.
know. Felt so bad. She's tagging people the correct way,
I
but she got, Facebook was like, "I don't know who you are thinking you're tagging all these
was,
people. I'm gonna block you." But they'll
yeah,
you'll get it
so
back.
mad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so awesome. So after you posted, tell us what happened. You were interacting, you're liking, sharing, you got blocked on Facebook. What happened after that?
Yeah, so I got a few inquiries from friends, people I knew, and then I started getting a couple inquiries from people I didn't know, and I was just like, "What?"
Yeah.
So that was really exciting. Yeah, started talking to them. They were asking questions, answering questions, and then I got a couple tours signed up, and one kid registered.
That's insane. So
Yes.
you got the tours signed up. Did you have a tour and then they registered, or they just
No,
somebody
I
signed up
had
and got the
one
tour?
parent of someone have never met, and don't know who they are, and they
Yeah,
registered.
that's awesome. Okay.
Yes,
And so then you did schedule tours for how many more? Do you have 2 signed up for tours?
I have two more tours signed up, and about seven other inquiries that are still in communications.
Yes. That's awesome. Okay, so you bought Preschool in a Box, and I was like, "Okay, you have to go look at perfect sign-up formula." Now you don't have the book yet, but you do have it in digital form, okay? So it's on
Correct.
Preschool Dashboard. Have you opened it up?
I have.
Good. Okay, good. So
Yes.
follow the script. I mean, obviously, you're going to vary a little bit based on your own situation, but um, you know, make sure that they call you. So like say, hey, I'd love to, here's the info about our preschool. If these are the people you're still in communication with, you're basically like, here's the info, answering all their questions. I'd love to go ahead and have you, if you'd like to come take a tour and reserve your spot, feel free to give me a call. So you always
Yeah.
put it in their corner, and then
Okay.
they call you, and then you do the tour and the phone script. So when are your tours signed up? Like when are they scheduled?
So actually both of them said they were not available this week. So we're doing them at the beginning of next.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah.
So pumped for you.
I know.
That's
I'm
crazy. So,
terrified.
right? So when did the Facebook ad come across you? Like when did you get the book?
I must have Googled it, or found you on Google,
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh. So from 3 weeks ago to today, already getting one enrollment. That's crazy. Awesome
It,
though.
it may have been 2.5 weeks because I just got your book the other day.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, and this is another reason why I did want to interview you, because when we talk about like what are the traits that we want in our preschool all stars, the ones who are successful, the ones we love hanging out with and love to have in the community, the number one trait for me is an action taker, right? I always say action taker, not excuse maker. And
Mm-hmm.
so you coming right in and me seeing, oh my gosh, she made her website already, like that to me is an action taker. But then also reaching out for help, like that's another thing that we're like, hey, we don't get stuck, we get help. You're in your sister circle, you're asking questions, you're helping out other people as you go through the stages, then you kind of circle back and help anybody with stuff. Do you like the sister circles, by the way?
Oh, I love it. I love having them to chat with. And, like you said, I can help them with stuff that I figure out. And I can ask the ladies who've been around longer than I have and
Yeah.
for help. And they're right there to help whenever.
Yeah. Yeah. So the sister circles, for anybody who's listening doesn't know what they are, they're like a small Facebook chat group that we put about 20 new sisters in, and 2 big sisters, which are preschool all stars who've been there for several years and support during that 30-day challenge. And so it's like, as you're going through the content, the 30-day challenge training, literally anytime you have a question, you just bump into the chat right there, and it's like answered within, I don't know, minutes or hours. It's
Yep,
pretty cool.
someone's always there.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, good. Well, we're so proud of you. Keep us posted on what
Yeah,
happens after the tours. Keep
absolutely.
keep moving, keep checking. If
Yeah.
anybody was on the fence about should they join Preschool All Stars? Is this, a good time for them? Maybe it's not the right time for them. What would you say to her?
I would say jump right in. I jumped right in, like I said, within the last few weeks, and I can't believe how far I've come. So I'm really excited, and you can do it. Anyone can do it. Like I said, you've got everything laid out for you, and it's just absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for being here. And by the way, if you're listening and haven't watched, if you're listening and haven't joined Preschool All Stars yet, go to preschoolallstars.com. All right, Jen, thanks for being here tonight with
Thank
us.
you, Joy.
All right, we'll see
Bye.
you.